Hey guys, I got a little quick tech tip for you. I've been getting back into the PSP thing a little late into the game, I suppose, but I come across a couple problems on this PSP here. This is a PSP 2000 Japanese edition, and the issue that I was having with it is it had a random turn off or shutdown, power off, whatever you'd like to call it. Um, but very short, the quick short answer would be it's the battery. It's not anything else, unless it really would vary upon your situation, if you know your hardware or not. But on this particular model, the issue that I was having was the battery was not connecting to the connectors where the terminals meet the connectors on the top of the battery. And the problem is after so long, if the battery was already 100% dead, whether you think it was or not, uh, it basically would fall out of the bottom of the terminals, and it would basically kill the power to the device. So at first, what I thought is maybe the battery needs to be replaced. So I replaced the battery, and it had the problem where the battery was all swollen, and knew that the battery wasn't going to be there, good anyway. So I tossed it. Bought a new battery. Bought one of those cheap Chinese knockoff batteries. Yeah, it sucks, but hey, it gets me there and it does the job, so I can't complain. But the secondary problem that I had with it is after I put it in there, it lost all the charge, and at that time I did not have a charger that would charge it, and I couldn't even get my OEM charger to charge it. That's a factory charger, if you don't know what that means. And after a while, I said, well, I'm just going to have to get another charger and try to charge it up. So I got a little handheld charger. Let me grab that for you real quick. I bought one of these little cheap knockoff chargers here. It was only like $2-3 on AliExpress. If you guys ever get a chance, you might want to pick one of these up if that's what's good for you. I mean, you can't beat that for $2-3 for a battery charger. Maybe $6 for the battery and the charger itself. So hey, good little deal. But aside from that, back to what I was saying here about this battery, and it just randomly turning off. Now it's turned off now because I got it set to a auto power off after so many minutes, so that's no big deal. But what I did was to diffuse this little problem. Hang on. If you can see this here, what I did was basically made a wedge to the bottom of the battery, because as I said, up here at the top where the little terminals touch the contacts for the battery into the main board of the device, it kept coming loose from that. So what I thought is if it's not registering within the system to show that it is actually using battery power, not external charge, then that pretty much proves that that's pretty much what the issue was. So that's why I decided to take just a small piece of cardboard and duct tape it to the bottom of a battery pack and basically wedge it to go up to where it would push the battery pack up to the top. And I put the battery pack all back together, cut it back on, and it worked. Now let me show you. This is what I mean by this. Like, all you would have to do to be able to know is go into your system settings. Sorry. a little difficult to do this by hand. Okay, so whenever your battery is on external charge, it'll just say right here power source external, and all the other things will be blanked out. And if it's on the battery, everything else will be lit up here telling you that it's in use, it's a battery, how much charge you have, and the charge level. Whereas, as I was saying before, every time that if you just didn't have the external charger plugged in and just the battery, and you knew you had a little bit of charge, and then say the charge ran out or the battery came out of the terminal, you would see this change back to external, and then after that second that it was on external, it would kill itself instantly. So, as I said before, I think the issue is that every so often it would push itself off the top of those terminals, causing it to die out, and it would kill itself because there's no other power source. So, I don't know. Maybe this will help some of you guys, maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm just putting this out there to let some people know that this was an issue that I was having, and maybe this can help some other people. But if it helps, let me know. If it doesn't, I'm sorry.